Our team is focused on location, laws, and culture within Tunisia. We began our project trying to find a location to focus on. Our initial research landed us in Lebanon, a small country with a lack of freshwater supply. We based this decision off of other seawater farming projects in the region, which also aim to resolve the issue of freshwater shortages. After learning about a potential partnership with students at the Higher Institute of Technological Studies of Beita, Tunisia, we pivoted to creating a seawater farm on the Mediterranean coast of Tunisia. In our initial exploration, we asked other teams about parameters they would need in a specific location. Compiling this data, our location research landed us in Knes, an eastern coastal city. Knes is a mid-sized town which is home to many fishermen and local business owners. Our Tunisian teammate Baha traveled to the city and provided us with more in-depth information about the area. He, along with Sarah, Yassine, and Abir, informed us that Knis is a developed city on the coastline with many unused resources like salt. In interviewing the locals, our Tunisian partners were told that any initiative to clean the coastline and filter the seawater would be welcomed, as pollution is a major issue which interferes with agricultural and fishing industries. We specifically asked them to look at this area of Knis. They told us that in this coastal area, the local authorities buried some of the sea for the purpose of future development. It is considered government land dedicated to large-scale projects, which directly aligns with our goals to build the seawater farm for the benefit of the local community. Through research efforts, we found out that Knis is located close to Sousse, a popular location for tourism with many hotels. As a way to improve the economy through tourism, the government tends to allocate water resources to hotels. With that, the freshwater supply to smaller communities is diminished, and people often lack this fundamental resource, making this an even more important town to focus our efforts on. After confirming this area of interest, we dove into general research about laws regarding labor, water use, foreign policy, and more. We learned that water is a major issue in Tunisia and in the region overall. Tunisia recently signed an agreement with Libya and Algeria, which regulates the use of an underground aquifer which is shared between the countries. This is ultimately not a sustainable solution, however, and it emphasizes the importance of utilizing seawater as a resource. With law research, we focused on whether cultural implications would hinder our effects. We haven't found substantial evidence of any cultural boundaries in this area yet, however. This research is still ongoing. There are many laws that could come into play with factors of building on foreign land, paying workers, and more. For example, while foreigners are allowed to purchase real estate property in Tunisia, agricultural land cannot be bought. The leasing of agricultural land up to 40 years, we found after research, is allowed, however. After careful consideration of Tunisia's geography, culture, and legal system, we have accumulated our knowledge onto this website and are hopeful for the future development of a seawater farm in Knis, Tunisia.